Hooper holds on. Touchdown.
Looking to throw, pumps it, and he's going to be taken down.
Breeze will play fake to Murray. Step up and
somebody who's appreciative of the history of the game. This is awesome.
Welcome to the Louisiana Superdome for the Falcons and Saints 100th meeting. Ryan shoot it to the end zone. Hooper holds on. Touchdown.
Looking to throw, pumps it, and he's going to be taken down.
Breeze will play fake to Murray. Step up and be sacked.
Struggle today.
Throws backside Hill. Open and scoring in the pylon.
Breeze in the gun, takes a snap, pumps, and he's going to be taken down.
Looking quick. Sack. That is the 6th sack of Drew Brees today. Atlanta shocks a lot of people, handing New Orleans their 2nd loss.
Both teams are coming off of a bye, right? And so you thought the Saints would breeze back with a bye, would just breeze, if you will, by the Falcons. Not so much. The proverbial clunker. I mean, the Saints offense in that week, not anything remotely in the area code of what they have been in the other 10 games this year. Now, tonight, comes the rematch. How do the Falcons pull this one off again, Steve?
Yeah, and that was such a huge upset.
Yeah.
I mean, 26-9 was a beatdown in New Orleans. And so if you say we got to do what we did there, that was a pretty good recipe for success, right? It was a bend but don't break kind of defense. The Saints got into the red zone, but they stopped them. They made them kick field goals instead of scoring touchdowns. They scored no touchdowns, and that doesn't happen to Drew Brees. You know, talking about tackling Alvin Kamara out in space. They try to get him one-on-one with people out in space, and he's a tough guy. And it's going to be a little bit more difficult because Teron Armstead, the left tackle, the bodyguard of Drew Brees, played in that game. He's not playing in this game. He's out. So he's got a sub. So they've got to protect him better because they didn't protect him last game, Mike.
And they did not have the advantage of being at home and getting that jump on the snap count, and they still got 6 sacks because they did this in New Orleans. This game today will be in Atlanta, where the crowd is on their side now. And if they can get to Drew Brees, like they got to Drew Brees last time, hey, this could be another long day, especially after losing to Tampa last week. Like, how could you beat this team and then lose to Tampa, but you got a chance to show? Because when you're playing a team like this, guys, you got to understand, your season's going bad. Everybody's talking about you like a dog in the streets. You can't even go outside of your own home. But when you beat one of these teams, it's all good again, at least for 7 days. So the Saints better be ready.
And that game was so different than what Atlanta had done all year long. I mean, we heard about Matt Ryan throwing for 300 yards in his first 6 games. In that game, they ran for 145 yards. They held the Saints to just 52 yards rushing, which was a season low for him. And then he talked about the sacks, and it wasn't just sacking Drew Brees. It was the nature of those sacks. 4 of those 6 sacks came on 3rd or 4th down. 2 of them came in the red zone, as you mentioned, Coach. So they got timely big plays, not just big plays. And that's what it comes down to when you're playing a great quarterback. It's not just sacking him. You got to sack in the critical moments when they're trying to go in and score points, when they're trying to continue drives. That's what Atlanta did. The problem is they've only had that formula 2 times all year long. The rest of the time, they've struggled to run the football. They struggled to stop the run. They struggled to get to the quarterback. I don't know. I mean, we say do what you did in that game. I'm just not sure they can do that again.
2 remarkable facts is that, one, not only after when you said they lost to Tampa, they beat down Carolina after that and then lost to Tampa. And then you could also sit here and say, based on seeing the score, well, maybe they should just replicate what they did against Michael Thomas because they kept him out of the end zone. He had 13 catches for 152 yards in that game.
Yes, he did.
Anyway.
But not in the end zone.
Correct. They kept him out of the end zone. Wow. So we'll see what happens again tonight. Saints clinch the NFC South with a win on NBC this evening. Oh, Mitchell Trubisky going checker. What is that?
Mitch. Now, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. That says I'm ready to play.
Or he's going to...
I've heard the rumblings.
Dressed for
and I'm ready to show.
Turkey on it.
Coming up. Sidearms to the near side. Intercepted by Irvin Gilmore.
The Cowboy Stars have